Well, hello, everybody. I am Jill Parsons, and welcome to our first chamber chat for the Mid-Ohio Valley Chamber of Commerce. So today we're going to talk about workforce connection. It's something that we hear as a top priority of our members. And so whether you're hiring now, you're building a talent pipeline, or you're looking for ways to connect with the next generation of professionals, I think this conversation is going to be perfect for you. So I'm excited to welcome Mary Casto from WVU-Parkersburg. She works closely with the students and employers through their career services, helping to connect local businesses with emerging talent right here in our region. So Mary, thank you so much for joining us today. So if you have questions as Mary is presenting today, please jot those down in the chat and we will review those towards the end of the discussion. So let's start out, Mary, for those that may not be familiar with WVU Career Services, can you tell us a little bit about your role and what you provide to the students and employers?
Yes, so I am the Career Services Program Specialist. So I meet with students to review their resumes, perform mock interviews, help them search for jobs. I do in-class presentations, and now I'm helping them get signed up for Handshake and get signed up for the Reverse Career Fair.
So are most of your students traditional college students? Are they individuals that are returning to education to upskill or learn new skills? Talk to us a little bit about the mix of what your students are.
So we serve both traditional and non-traditional students. There are some stats out there on the percentages, but we do serve folks who are returning to the workforce or changing careers. So we are a mix of both traditional and non-traditional.
And at what point do people start interacting with the career services when they enroll at WVUP?
So every semester, a week or so before the semester starts, we have what's called new student orientation. And all the departments present to those students. And so tutoring center, student resources, financial aid, and career services will all meet with all of the new students. And so I tell them what career services does. I encourage them to get engaged early. And then I usually perform a elevator pitch workshop with them. And so it's like a 30 to 60-second way to introduce yourself so they understand the kind of things that career services does and so that they feel comfortable when they go to all their new classes, they have an easy way to pitch themselves and their goals. So right away.
Very good. Well, I know you've already shared your screen a little bit because I think one of the items that we want to promote and talk about today is called Handshake. And so it's a platform, as I understand it. So for our members who may not be familiar with that, what exactly is Handshake and how does it work?
So it's a career platform for colleges, and it's a way for employers to post their jobs and connect directly with our students. And for our students, it's a way to find resources for, creating mock interviews. For creating their resumes, for scheduling interviews. It also has some statistics. So if an employer were to post their job and they could report that they interviewed that person, that they hired that student. So it is an interactive way to post events that you're hosting, to sign up for fairs or events that we're having. And so a lot of the colleges have this for their students and alumni. You can post open job positions, full-time, part-time, internships, job shadowing opportunities, even volunteer opportunities.
And so how do you set up an account? How does that work?
All right, so you go to, you can see my screen here? Can you see my mouse? You can. So you go to joinhandshake.com and go to sign up. And there's also help for signing up. So you can go and search the articles for different ways to interact on Handshake. And here's just the basic help page for signing up. So when you enter your work email, it'll connect you with your workplace if you guys have a Handshake account, and then you connect with WVU Parkersburg. So when you are attending an event like the Reverse Career Fair, students can see what employers are coming, and employers can see what students have signed up for the event. There are different tiers, but to sign up and for a basic plan, it's free. And so you can review that on here as well about what all you get in the free plan. But it's really easy. You just hit log in, enter, it'll prompt you for what you need to enter and hit create account, and you should get a verification email.
So down in the chat, I see that Stacy is there. She works in HR and talent sourcing at Memorial Health, and Caitlin is also on there with her watching, and she's a student coordinator. So if there were more than one individual at the organization, should they create like a generic account just for the organization as opposed to having separate individual accounts? What do you recommend there?
So your organization will create an account, and then
Okay.
you'll create a personal account and connect. If you put your work email in, it'll connect with your work account. And so that the different departments posting different positions, or if one department wants to RSVP for an event or host an event, so you get connected individually with your organization and with our school.
Okay, very good. Now you said there's the free account. Is there also then a paid version for some?
Yes, so we are quite new to Handshake, as in a couple of months into Handshake. And we did get an email the other day about Handshake sending someone an email about wanting them, prompting them to get a different tier. But to interact with our students, to post jobs, RSVP for fairs and things like that, that's a free account. And so I have not looked further into what the different tiers are. But for what we're utilizing Handshake for, job postings, connecting with students, students uploading their resume and things like that, those are all free services through Handshake.
Okay. So internships. So
Mm-hmm.
if an organization has an internship that they
Mm-hmm.
want to promote, oops, there's Caitlin coming. I need to admit her
Mm-hmm.
in. So internships, part-time, full-time jobs,
Mm-hmm.
job shadowing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Seasonal
very good.
employment, volunteer opportunities. So I really encourage you all to create an account and promote job shadowing opportunities. So even if you don't have a position open now, we've got first-time freshmen on here and even undecided majors. So the more students get to have career exploration or career discovery, they branch out their ideas, so we have students who come here and they really want to be a teacher, and then they go to school and then they don't want to be a teacher anymore, or they come here set on working for public debt and then the Bureau for Fiscal Services downsizes. And so I know, Jill, you were at the think tank meeting last Friday. One of the big things that students want are opportunities for career discovery. So even if you don't have any positions open or in the near future, we would love for you to welcome our students in your office, whether it be individually, or I will get a school van and bring 6 students over to do an open house, a tour, give them an actual task to do, something like that. So even if you're not ready to engage to employ, please engage to network, mentor, and offer those exploration activities.
Yeah, it's so important. I mean, I think of the folks that are joining us today, our chamber members, if we had had the opportunity maybe to job shadow somebody for
Mm-hmm.
part of a day to learn about, what they do in their job, would that have steered us in a different direction or
Right.
reinforced the decision that we were making in a career? And so,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes that might feel a little overwhelming to think about having either an intern in your organization or a job, somebody to come shadow you, but just the benefits to the students
Mm-hmm.
to be able to access an organization. And our members are so great to offer their time and their talents to people to learn about possible jobs. So, all
Mm-hmm.
right, anything else that you want to cover on the handshake?
Um, I don't think so. I think it's pretty basic, the sign up and then connecting with the school, and then just to kind of follow us and see what we have going on.
And so the website again was joinhandshake.com. Is that right?
Yes,
Okay.
joinhandshake.com.
Okay.
Handshake.com takes you somewhere else for whatever reason.
Well, we'll make sure and send that out to everybody so you have the proper links.
Thank you.
So one of the other things that we wanted to talk about today are some new lunch and learn opportunities that you are proposing to do. So tell us about those.
All right, so that's an idea that I got when I visited WVU this past summer. They have employers host a lunch and learn workshop, usually around 12 to 16 students, and they feed them lunch. And so we don't have money to feed them lunch, but we're hoping that employers are willing to um, pay for maybe $75 for 12 students to come and have their undivided attention for 30 minutes during the lunch hour. So you come and you talk about what your organization does, how to network, how to connect, and things like that. So if you have any ideas about what that might look like, we have not yet begun that program. And so I would like to get some feedback about what employers want to do, how they want to engage, what times are good for them to engage, and things like that. So one-on-one FaceTime with employers are what the students are seeking. And to get them in a room, food is always a big draw.
You feed them, they will come,
That's
right?
it. Yes.
So Chip, I see you sitting there. Thumbs up, thumbs down. If Amy in HR at United Bank had the opportunity to bring 10 or 12 finance or accounting majors or HR professionals in to have lunch and feed them as a possible pipeline for new employees, do you think that that would be time well spent, that she would be interested in doing something like that? Chip said, I'm sure it's
Yay.
something we would strongly consider.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Very good. And Allison, I could see that that would be a great opportunity, even just to promote your all services at Consumer Credit. So very good. And then for Chuck is also in banking, and then obviously for healthcare with Stacy and Caitlin to be able to get in front of nursing students or the phlebotomy students, to be able to talk about the career paths and opportunities, knowing that you're just going to have the expense of feeding the students. And then also the person to come and talk to them for 30 minutes or so on campus, I think is a great way to access engaged folks.
That sounds wonderful. Thank
So
you.
this is
Yes.
something brand new, hasn't launched yet. And so you guys could be on the ground floor to do this. So let's talk about now your reverse career fair.
All right, so I'm so excited for the second annual Reverse Career Fair because last year when Dr. Jackson came to Career Services and said, let's have a Reverse Career Fair, we all said, what is a Reverse Career Fair? So yeah, last year we learned so much about what it takes to prepare students for Reverse Career Fair because at a traditional career fair, you know that employers host the table and the students come around and talk to you and you say the same spiel over and over. And it's some sort of impersonal connections with the students and they become just a face in the crowd. But at a reverse career fair, the students host the table and the employers circulate around the room. And so it is an interactive networking event. And so I would like to show you all of the requirements for the reverse career fair so that when you meet the students, you know that they are career ready. So everybody here knows I'm pretty strict. And so anybody who is at the reverse career fair has been through many etiquette presentations. And so if you look here, you'll see that students have to complete all of these career readiness presentations, and all these are found on Handshake. Forgive the I missing from interview skills. We actually edited that before it went to print.
I was going to say, I don't know that we're seeing it yet. So you might
No,
want to.
it's still on the screen share. I changed my picture.
I'm still seeing the handshake. Is everybody else seeing the grow your
Let's see.
career
It says my
graphic?
screen
Yeah.
is paused. Screen sharing is paused for some reason. Let me hit share again and there we go.
There we go.
Okay, I just had to redo it there. All right, so if you see here, they have to complete all these presentations, which I set them all up in PowerPoint. And it goes over everything that you might need to get ready to be career ready. So they take a review a resume presentation, which has a template. Establishing your online professional presence means cleaning up your social media, Googling yourself. It also means creating a LinkedIn profile so that when employers Google you, you have professional social media. This poster design means that they create a Canva poster, which I'll show you some examples here in a minute. Networking strategies. This includes like email etiquette, an elevator pitch, interview skills, which they have to complete an in-person mock interview, professional etiquette, even a dining etiquette, presentation, and then dress for success. We also have included some community resources for professional attire. So, as a fun way to get students engaged with requirements for the Reverse Career Fair and get hyped for the Reverse Career Fair in general, on Thursday the 12th, we're having a Dress for Success fashion show here on campus. And so Dr. Jackson and Vice President Olivia Reeder and some other faculty and staff are going to do a what to wear and what not to wear and a Dress for Success fashion show. So I'll show you what the poster looks like for the students. Let's see. So this is a personal and professional portfolio. Yeah. Let me minimize this a little bit. So this is Chloe Dix, who is an integrated marketing communications student. Can everybody see that?
Huh?
So this is what the career fair poster looks like. It's actually like a 19 by 29 poster on a stand. And so this is the QR code that goes to their LinkedIn profile. So I'm hoping that employers who come will be ready to connect with them via LinkedIn and start networking with the students that way. But as you can see, they have their education, their work experience, any honors or certificates that they've received, and then a get to know me section. So you guys know networking is about connecting on a personal level as well. And so last year, this was pretty neat to watch the students connect with employers over things like playing soccer in high school or something like that. In addition, at the Reverse Career Fair, at their booth or on their table, they'll also have table display items. So some brought original artwork, their favorite books, trophies they've earned, videos showing them welding or something like that. And so you are really going to get to know the students when you interact with them at their booth. So I'll show you a couple of other, I call them career fair posters.
And they print these out and they're sitting on their tables at the career fair.
They're standing
Standing
their
there, okay.
tables, yes. One of the requirements, they have a chair to sit if they need to take a break, but they have their elevator pitch. They know all of the talking points on their posters. They're going to want to talk to you about. They're going to brag on themselves, and I told them this is your permission to really brag on yourself. These students, I'm so proud of them, especially the students who participate in the Reverse Career Fair. It takes about 3 hours to get ready. I mean, they're dressed for success. They have all the career ready skills, and they know how to talk about themselves. This is Justin Barker. He's our AmeriCorps member and a student here who's also a supplemental instructor and a tutor. So
Impressive young man based on
impressive.
paper.
They are all so impressive. Yes. And this is Lakota Lott. He's a student worker here in our office. Actually, all three of these students are a student worker here in the Success Epicenter. Had them complete their requirements early so we could use them for examples. But as you can see, the students are on the dean's list. And then they are going to want to talk about how much they love school pride. This guy's dad was a football coach. And so one of the items on his display table is the football from his dad winning a championship when he played football with him. And so you're going to get to interview them on the spot and network with them. And I know as an employer, one of the things you want to make sure when you're hiring candidates is that they're a cultural fit for your organization. So you're going to get to know them on a personal and professional level when you interact with them.
So how did your first career fair go, since this is the second annual? Did any of the students get hired from that? And talk to us a little bit what you deem as successful.
So it was a success because everybody enjoyed the way that you could interact. A lot of students got invited to apply for jobs. And so I wish I had a way to capture the stats from last year, which is one of the reasons why we adopted Handshake, is so that we can send follow-up emails to students and attendees to see what kind of connections they made. I would love to encourage employers to interact with things on Handshake, like whether or not you interviewed a student, whether or not you hired them, things like that, so that we can promote better and do things better. So you providing feedback when you interact with students or when you come on campus, constructive feedback to help us improve. But I know that students got job shadowing opportunities to interview, and it was so much fun being able to engage with employers in a different way.
Did anybody that's participating today, did you guys do the reverse career fair, the first one? Did any of you participate by interviewing anybody? Okay.
I highly encourage you to come, even if you're not hiring right now. Some of the students are first-time freshmen and not quite sure what their career trajectory is. So offering them job shadowing opportunities or even talking to them about what it's like in your field might inspire them to pick a major.
Oh, Caitlin said they were there last year. Awesome. And
All
then
right.
Allison is asking for some details about the fashion show. Is it open to the public?
So we're not advertising it to the public, but if you wanted to stop down, you are more than welcome to. It's going to be Thursday, March the 12th on the main campus in the purpose room, which is the gym by the cafe. And Dr. Jackson is going to lead us off with the what to wear business formal category. And I know one of the communications professors is going to be in the what not to wear business formal with a fur coat and some giant diamond jewelry. So cannot wait to see. So the communications professor is inviting his students who are in photography and videography and journalism to come down and act as press. And so we've got the student body president emceeing the event. And so this is the first time we've done anything like that. So I
And what
cannot
time
wait to
is it?
see. It is 12:20 to 12:50
Okay.
because of what time class lets out and starts again. But yeah, marketing's going to record it. I will use some snippets from it for social media. But if you want to come down and watch, I highly encourage that. That sounds fun. Yeah. This is the
So
next to the last day to sign up for the reverse career fair. And so I wanted to do something to promote some last minute signups. And we're partnering with the cosmetology program. And so the cosmetology students are doing the hair and makeup for the participants.
very
So
good.
yeah, I can't wait to see everything come together. I love collaboration. So can't wait
Well,
to see
we've
how.
got about 5 minutes left. And so just want to maybe ask you a couple big picture questions. What are you hearing from students now about what they are looking for in employers?
So they want to be employed in their field in this area. And so as much as you can grow jobs, mentor them. They're looking for competitive wages, of course. They're looking for flexible schedules sometimes. Mainly, they want to do what they're passionate about and what they came to study. And so finding ways to hire our students in their field and then maybe networking to see what other businesses you can bring. Steady employment with competitive wages is what they're looking for.
And then if we flip that coin, what are you hearing from employers about what they're looking for in potential new employees or folks to do job shadowing or career exploration, soft skills? What types of things are they looking for?
Well, definitely soft skills. And so, things like critical thinking, adaptability. So that's what, part of what career services does. And so I would welcome any feedback that you all have. That's actually in that's actually, I have a survey. So when you sign up for the Reverse Career Fair, it asks what employers are looking for. And so if there is something that you're seeing, our students interviewing, I know we have an entrepreneurial mindset here. And so if you're seeing that the students are coming through and they don't have a certain skill or something like that, please let us know. But I do in-class presentations about critical thinking. We do fun interactive things about leadership, workshops. So definitely soft skills and a holistic approach to being career ready.
So as we get ready to close, what's the one thing that you would encourage chamber members to do this month to start
Mhm.
engaging with WVUP students?
So sign up for Handshake and find a way to connect with career services in some way, whether it's a lunch and learn opportunity, offering a job shadowing opportunity, coming and hanging out in the Success Epicenter. Um, yeah, find us on Handshake and see what we're doing and post opportunities for students, invite us to things. Yeah, we want to partner with all of you, literally.
All right. I don't see any other questions down in the chat. If anybody has one, jot it there real quick. But Mary, we want to thank you so much for taking your time to share this information. It's such a valuable resource. WVUP is a great partner with the Chamber, a great partner in our community, and a resource for our businesses as potential employees for their organizations. And workforce development is truly a team effort as you have people coming to the table on both sides of the relationship, potential employees and potential employers. So for those members that are watching that joined us live today, Mary's going to send out links to you to get signed up for Handshake and some of the information, the flyer that she has on the Reverse Career Fair. And for those that are, we're going to load this onto our YouTube channel after the fact. And if you're watching afterwards, we will include those links and information as well. So I want to thank all of our members for joining us for the inaugural Chamber Chat. I hope this was a good use of about 30 minutes of your time. And if you have an idea for a topic that you would like me to find a subject matter expert to come and talk to our Chamber members about a topic, please jot that into the chat or send me an email or Andrea an email, and we will get that scheduled for a future one. Again, thank you, everybody. I appreciate your time today. Oops,
Thank you.
I think Michelle was coming back. She might have got bumped out. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to stop the recording now. Have a great rest of your day.